Now let's take a look at this fine field. Number 1, letter C, and number 1C and letter C, Muggety, was scratched out of the entry. 1A, letter H, Big Jim Taylor, was scratched, leaving a 1X, letter I, Slew of Gold, but that's leaving a lot. 4 for 4 this year. Not 100% recently, not 100% today. He still wears the modified bar shoes, and in addition, he has a fiberglass patch on his front right hoof, courtesies Dr. Butler and Dr. Fritz, but he was perfectly sound, and look at him now, a handsome, marvelous, typical thoroughbred. That's the best you have to offer, and the crowd acts in appreciation with their applause. Number 2, letter A, In the Rough, was scratched. Number 3, letter B, Papal Bull, was a late scratch. Number 4, letter D, Bounding Basque, 126, as the older horses carry the rider, Greg McCarron.
He's winless this year. In fact, he hasn't even hit the board in 4 starts. But he was third to Slew of Gold in last year's Jockey Club, and he could be regaining that form.
Number 5, letter E, Canadian Factor, 126, Walter Garrow aboard.
He has chased Slew of Gold through the Woodward and through the Marlborough to no avail, but he'll close strongly for his share, and he'll be tough if Slew of Gold falters.
Number 6, letter F, Hail Bowl King, 3-year-old, therefore 121, Eddie Maple in the irons.
He was one of the better 3-year-olds this year, but he too had no luck chasing Slew of Gold. However, he's got a strong late run, and he can come along if Slew of Gold fails.
Number 7, letter G, Broadway Harry, 126, Antonio Grael. He's trained by Alan Jerkins, the Giant Killer. He's an outsider, but dangerous. He's been 1.25 miles successfully at Keystone. He can run all day. He's got an outside chance. Well, that's the field. We'll be back with the running, the Jockey Club Gold Cup, right after this.
With closing odds, 1C, Muggety, scratched. Letter H, Big Jim Taylor, scratched. Letter I, Slew of Gold, going off at 1-9. Then 2A, In the Rough, scratched. 3B, Papal Bull, scratched. 4D, Bounding Basque, 15-1. 5E, Canadian Factor, 11-1. 6F, Hail Bowl King, 8-1. 7G, Broadway Harry, 25-1. A field of 5, 1.5 miles. The track is fast. And here we go in the Gold Cup. There, Slew of Gold on the extreme outside, breaks alertly, in good position as Bounding Basque on the rail now takes the lead. Hail Bowl King is in second, then Slew of Gold on the extreme outside is in third, and between those two is Broadway Harry. Canadian Factor is in fifth. They enter the clubhouse turn, and Bounding Basque has the lead by a half. Slew of Gold on the outside, second by a length and a half. Hail Bowl King on the rail is third, then Broadway Harry. And the Canadian Factor. Bounding Basque coasts along easily by 2 lengths. Slew of Gold is second by 2, and Hail Bowl King is third on the rail by a length. Broadway Harry on the outside in fourth by a length and a half, and the Canadian Factor remains in fifth. The first quarter, an easy 25 flat. The half, 49-3. It is not a fast pace. Bounding Basque continues to lead by about a length and a half. Slew of Gold is second by 2.5. Hail Bowl King is third by 3. Then Broadway Harry and the Canadian Factor. 3 quarters in 14-1, an extraordinarily slow pace. McCarron continues to show the way on Bounding Basque by a length and a quarter. Slew of Gold now is starting to move on the outside with Cordero. Slew of Gold a very close second, and those two have 3 on Hail Bowl King. They enter the far turn. Slew of Gold draws right alongside. Bounding Basque puts ahead in front. Bounding Basque on the rail, second by 2. Hail Bowl King third, gaining ground about 6 back to Canadian Factor, and Broadway Harry is now fifth. The mile still slow, 38-4. Slew of Gold on the outside has the lead by about a length. Hail Bowl King has now moved into second. Bounding Basque has dropped back into third. Those have 5 on Canadian Factor. It's Slew of Gold with Cordero. Far from the rail, lead by 3. Hail Bowl King second by 3. Bounding Basque is third by 4. Then Canadian Factor and Broadway Harry. $1 million bonus on the line as they pass the 8th pole. It's Slew of Gold drawing clear now by 8 lengths. Then Hail Bowl King and Bounding Basque. Slew of Gold in front. Angel Cordero Jr. on Slew of Gold wins easily by about 8. Hail Bowl King was second. Bounding Basque third. Then Canadian Factor and Broadway Harry. Time on the board, 2 minutes, 28 and 4/5 seconds. And it's official, the winner letter I Slew a Gold, paying $220, $210, and $210. Hail Bold King 6F was second, $220, $210, and the Bounding Boss 4C. 4D was third, paying $2.10. Now to Frank Wright, trackside.
With Angel Cordero Jr., as if I had to tell you, and he win easy.
Very easy, Frank. He's such a good horse. I'm so proud to be around him. You know, it's good to be around a good horse, and you are a horseman, and you know, it's just such a beautiful moment.
I know you're excited. He warmed up sound, he ran sound, and he can run again if they want to.
Yes, and he relaxed. He's going into the Breeders' Cup, the next move, and he did it so easy and amazing on these horses. You could do anything. You could keep him close on the 22-45. You could take him back on the 25. Jan have doing a great job with him. You know, he got a lot of pressure to train these horses. It's a lot to lose and nothing to win. When a horse wins, he's a good horse. If he gets beat, he's got to be the trainer or the jockey. So he hold on pretty good. Jan is a good horseman, and I'm glad to be around with this crew. They're beautiful people.
Congratulations to John Hertler, and also to you, Angel Cordero Jr. That's it for the Gold Cup. We'll be back with more action from Belmont right after this.